Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here is Clank Expansion Expeditions Temple of the Ape Lords. Now, you should know that this is going to come in a plastic container that you'll probably just throw away, and then this will go into the base game box. Everything will fit in there. Now, what you're going to understand here, this is for Clank and not Clank in Space. The back tells you what you're going to get inside. You just have this plastic thing, and then I'll show you what comes inside. You're going to get an ape, so this will replace the dragon in the base game. They're going to have these meeples for each color. These are like swashbucklers or adventurers, but each one is unique. They're not the same. As you can tell, they have a different print to them, and not only in color. You're going to get a collection of tiles. These all match the base game pretty well, and you have a little different mechanism that you'll have in there. You're going to get a rule book. Now, the rule book is really just the 4 pages that you're going to see here. Picture of the components, which is fantastic. And it tells you right here, you're going to use these on the temple side of the board. So only on one side of the board, and then the mini campaign stuff here. This is what you'll use throughout the rest of it. Open it up. What's really good is you have a new 33-point artifact. It's going to tell you what's included here, the time winder, and just stuff that is new to this one and what you're going to know. There's a new bronze guardian, and there's some new things that are going on here. Additional setup when you're monkeying around the temple. So this is the temple one, has a few extra pieces that you'll be utilizing, and you kind of have to know how that works. On the last page, you're going to have information about the mini campaign. Rulebook is very good. I mean, you're going to have the original rulebook to kind of know what's going on. This just tells you what comes in here. Nothing in here gets in your way. Then this is what we popped out. So this is what you're going to tokens. You have one cardboard sheet of everything. And then you're going to have your board. And this is what you're going to have, and this is really what you're here for, is the 2-sided board. This side, you're going to have the monkey temple with the things going on. And then on this side, you're going to have a more traditional board. You're going to have a new artifact. But everything on here pretty much works the same way as you have these new stars that you'll be going across, which I'll explain in a few minutes. You're going to have the Bronze Guardian up here. But pretty much, this is going to be kind of like base Clank with a little bit extra included. So you're going to have these tokens that will be included on. They're all going to have this ape on the back, but they will have different things. So these are the 3 that you can have. And when you place these on the board, you're going to have little circles, and you'll place these out. And there's a whole bunch that you'll have, and then you'll flip these over after you randomize them, and then you'll be ready to kind of start playing this. So these little tokens will be in between here, where if you cross them, you have the option of picking these up, and you're always going to want to do that. You're also going to have these star spots up here. They're called swinging on the vines. Kind of like, think of Tarzan swinging through those. Anytime you go through that, you're going to add an additional Clank. These are going to be Clank items that you'll be adding the Clank in to the part. If you teleport through something, you don't have to add the Clank in. But no, there's places down here where you'll be swinging through the vines where you'll be adding Clank to your repertoire. Another change, you're going to have this bronze up here. So when the game starts, you're going to have one of each of these up here, which will be utilized. And you can spend 3 sword at any time to take one of these. They're not replaced. There's another way to get one of these, but you have to use 3 swords in order to fight this bronze guardian up here. What you're trying to do is collect like 1. So however many of the wrenches you get. If you get 4 of the wrenches, you get 16 points. If you get 3 of them, you would get 9, and so forth. So the scoring of how those work. Remember, you're going to get those when you beat the Bronze Guardian, and when you go through these Ape Lords type spots, you can pick them as you travel through those locations. So I'm going to explain what's different on this side. You're going to put these gears out, and you're going to shuffle them up and kind of put them out. And then once they're up, you can just kind of put them out here and put them face up so everybody can see what rotation that they're going to have. It doesn't matter what they are because they're going to be moving throughout the game. So that's going to be a random setup. You also have these gear tokens, if you will, and you'll place one of these face down in each space of the racetrack. So you kind of put these down over here. They'll be face down so you won't know what is coming, and they will be placed. So now you're set up and ready to go. One thing to note is that these gears that you have different directions that you can walk through. And if they turn, all of a sudden things can become dead ends or move around. So they're going to add some spice to your game. So what you can do if you're next to one of these locations, you can take one of your apparatus tokens that you have. You turn this face up, and then you could shift this the orientation as you desire. You would then give up the apparatus token that no longer scoring you victory points, and you would set this aside. It will also change as the boss goes up. So if he were to go here, then you would be able to change that. Then, in this case, it's a wrench. You could turn each of the ones that have a wrench on it. So you would turn this one maybe, turn this one, etc. Every time he moves up, you reveal another one. That one's blank, etc., etc. And that's going to be the main difference with this board, is going to be these gears. Everything else on the other side would still apply. So there is a small campaign you can use with these tokens. So you would play the jungle side first, and then whoever came in first would get the 20-pointer. Second place would get 10, third would get 5, and fourth would get 0. Then you keep any apparatus tokens you got on the other side, you flip it to this side, and you can use those to switch the gears up. Then you add these points you got from the first game onto your score in this game. And whoever has the most points has won the 2-game campaign. So that's what you're going to get extra in this one. Do I recommend this expansion here for the Temple of the Ape Lords? Absolutely. I would recommend this. This is a really cool one. I like the addition of the gears and kind of how you move those. I like the campaign editions. It's really fun, especially if you want to play back-to-back and you want to play both sides of the board. I love King Kong, so even if it's not really so much something you can add, there aren't any cards to add to it. Very thematically, I like that quite a bit. I like what's here. This is a great addition to your Clank, and it's one that I would say, will draw people in, especially if you commit to 2 games. You can play that campaign, and one I would highly recommend. They did a fantastic job with this one. I like it very much, and this is what I absolutely recommend that you should seek out. Clank Expansion Temple of the Ape Lords, 2 thumbs up. It's an absolute 10 for me for the Clank universe. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.